Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
For the second consecutive season, Tua's a starter and Miami's a team. Both had winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. But he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career-high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense. Really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It was an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time mid-season with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wilson.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. He's got a man, complete. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter.
And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and some room to maneuver. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On 2nd and 9, Tua.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, man.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Berrios now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson.
He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And despite the big lead, they really did next to nothing throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, a run with Carter.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 26. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They go back and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Step up.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua trying to lay one up deep. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Tua to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To throw is Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Wilson and more there for a Jets first.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, it's certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, Gaskin. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 24. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They hand it off to Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry